Hello everybody, welcome back to Hollywood Sports again. Right now I just wanted to bring you a simulation of the Miami Heat versus the San Antonio Spurs in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. First of all, I want to say that San Antonio averages 101.6 points per game, which is third in the league, and Miami averages 97.2 points a game, which is seventh in the league. Defensively, the Spurs held their opponents to 97.5 points a game, which is fourth in the league, but Miami's strong defense held their opponents to 87.6 points per game, which was second in the league.
And it's Duncan in at the fourth spot, the top seed possessing home court advantage, and they're looking to come.
I basically want to talk about the matchup. When you look at the Miami Heat going against the San Antonio Spurs, LeBron James is right when he says he's way better than the player he couldn't carry when he couldn't carry the Cleveland Cavaliers past the San Antonio Spurs back in 2007 NBA Finals. But I want to talk about the matchups and how they match up against each other, because when you're playing an important game like this, it's all about the matchups. Let's look at the starting guards. Each team has an all-star guard dealing with a nagging injury right now. But only the Spurs' Parker appears anywhere close to top form. Dwayne Wade has been spotty throughout the playoffs because of a knee injury that has deprived him of his usual quick burst. Miami's Mario Chalmers has averaged only 3.5 assists in the playoffs. And that's low for a point guard, surrounded by so much talent. So, you might want to, that edge sounds like it might go to the Spurs. Let's look at the starting forwards.
Now here's Leonard. Spurs
you got LeBron James is having a phenomenal playoffs, leading the Heat in points. He's averaging 26.2 points a game. He's averaging 7.3 rebounds a game and 6.4 assists, even while at times forced to play 1-on-5. You look at Udonis Haslem, is a fan favorite who has spent his entire career with the Heat. So he's got that going for him. San Antonio's Leonard has become one of the game's top young defenders, and Splitter has become a deceptively effective scorer. So you might give that edge to the Heat. Now let's go to the starting centers. At age 37, Duncan seems to be aging like one of the top shelf pennant Norris. Bosh may be closer to the dusty bottle of pennant Norris, around the edges of past prime, his prime. So you got them starting centers. You got Duncan and Bosh. I might give that matchup more to Bosh, because I think he's gonna have more movement out there when it gets down to crunch time. Let's look at the offense. The Spurs are experts at spacing the floor and running pick and rolls. The Heat looked at times against the Pacers like they had no plan except for getting the ball to James. And that's pretty much it. So you might want to give that edge to the Spurs, because they're good at spacing the floor. So if the Heat don't come with their defense like they should, they might have some problems with that. Let's look at the defense. This is a category that doesn't figure to be lacking in the series. The Heat has allowed 100 points in the playoffs only once, and the Pacers needed overtime to get there. The Spurs have yielded triple digits twice, including once in double overtime. So you might want to give that edge to the Heat. And then, if you look at their benches, Ginobili is probably the only starting caliber reserve in this series, even though his game is in decline. Miami's Chris Anderson has provided some production to go with his hustle, and Ray Allen has got some game left, even at 37. So you might want to say their benches are kind of even. And then you look at the coaches. You got Popovich. He could be easily the best coach in NBA history. You give him Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant for more than a decade and see how many titles he wins. He game plans to perfection. And he makes smart adjustments. So I think the coaches are going to have to make good adjustments during this series. And Popovich, he tweaks his players into their best performances. He knows how to use their talent to best help the team be successful. And then you got Eric Spoelstra. The most notable move this season might have been a former Heat dancer. So I don't know. You look at the coaching experience, you might give that edge to the Spurs. So this is going to be an interesting series.
Ginobili's got his first basket.
And Kevin, he's always aggressive offense.
You know, like I said, it seems like Miami might have the better defense, and the Spurs might have the better offense. Coaching-wise, you know, the Spurs might have that edge also. But I think it's going to come down to who wants it the most. You got Tony Parker right there. He's going to make things happen. I think if you stop Tony Parker, you might stop the whole San Antonio Spurs, or at least slow him up. Ginobili, he's on, he's off. He hasn't been consistent. You know, he's getting up there in age. He's had a lot of injuries. He just hit that three right there, so they're gonna have to watch him, because he's gonna hit a lot of threes like that in the game if they don't keep somebody on him. LeBron James gonna have to set the pace for the Heat, just like he's doing right now with that spin move going to the basket. He's going to have to force some issues and take over the game. So I think those are some of the keys in this series.
Hope you're enjoying the finals so far. This is 2K Sports.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Finals. More action straight ahead.
Alamo, San Antonio, Texas. Right now the Heat is losing 6-11. And this is a simulation. You know, we're going to basically have some fun with it and kind of get some ideas about this matchup. They're at the AT&T Center. You see LeBron James with the ball right there. Like I say, he's going to probably have the ball in his hand the most, trying to force the tempo and basically running the tempo. There's Wade. He missed that shot. See, rebounds are going to be a key in this series too, and that's why I say Bosh and Duncan. You got your two guys right there going to be matched up together. It's all about matching up. And then again, I think the bench is going to be key in this series. How the benches perform.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Back to Chalmers.
You got Mario Chalmers there.
Feeds the way.
But I think the ball is going to stay in LeBron James' hands a lot. And Dwayne Wade, if Dwayne Wade and LeBron James is on, and then they can take over this. They can take over this series and win the championship.
Parker kicks to Duncan.
But if they stop, I think they can put a handle on Tim Duncan. I don't think he can come strong for 7 games. But Tony Parker is going to set the tempo. They got to keep Tony Parker out of the paint. Because he's going to create. He's going to make stuff happen. He's going to go to the foul line a lot. And Dwayne Wade's going to have to get things going too. But if him and James get it together, Chalmers missed that shot. So the bench is going to have to perform on both teams. That bench. That was a good defense by Wade right there, taking it to the basket. Tony Parker just fouled him.
The Heat have had 2 chances at the line already.
I think free throws would be a key in this series too. Who's going to hit their free throws? Because I'm telling you, this series is going to be physical. Just like the Heat in Indiana was. They went at it, but it's going to get physical. It's going to be some controversy. You always get controversy in a nice series. They're going to have to hit their free throws. So what do you guys think about this series? Give me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the matchups?
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these.
Ginobili handles the ball a lot too. I think he'll give Tony Parker a rest.
Ginobili outside.
When Tony Parker goes out the game, Ginobili gonna handle the ball the most.
He'll go to the line for 2.
And he's going to be doing that kind of stuff right there, taking it right to the basket. Or if you leave him open, he's going to shoot you 3. That's why rebounds is going to be important in this series. And Bosch going to have to be on. Or Duncan's going to have to be on to win.
And the first one at the line is.
But we know LeBron James is going to get his points. He just better have a supporting cast. Dwayne Wade and Bosch can't disappear in no games or they're going to lose them. But I think Miami has the better bench, though. All they got to do is slow Tony Parker up, and I think the Heat will take it.
Always someone you love having at the line.
Can't get it to go. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth.
All right, that's the end of the third quarter. Miami 10, San Antonio 17. Is this the way it's going to go in the first game? Playing in San Antonio at the AT&T Center?
While we're still getting underway here,
Miami going to have to earn this championship.
Uncontainable game report. Doris?
Yes, guys,
San Antonio's got a lot of experience. They got an experienced coach. And that's why I give the coaching matchup to the Spurs.
Great, Doris. Thanks. And when you look at that textbook,
even though Spoelstra, this is 3rd year in a row going to the finals, he's learned a lot, but he's going up against the master.
Factor in this game. To be honest, I don't think they were ready for him defensively. It seemed like they just didn't have a plan on how to guard him.
Well, you know, one of the things about
There's
having
Neal.
a guy like him come off the bench is that it gives you a burst. He's a power surge. And
see how them Spurs set those picks? Pick and rolls. They know how to space the floor.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
The Heat's going to know they're going to have to know how to defend that.
LeBron with splitters there. Now Anderson.
It's Birdman. Birdman going to have to pull some rebounds. That's going to be. If I was his coach, I would tell him, your goal is to play defense and give me some rebounds. There's Neal, the backup point guard.
The feet to Neal. Over Bateen.
Tony Parker's going to play a lot of minutes. Him and LeBron James are going to play the most minutes in the game, I think. They're going to space Tim Duncan's minutes. So at the times Tim Duncan goes out of the game, they're going to have to go on some runs.
From Neal for 2. Snatched up.
Because he can't play that many minutes hard.
Back to Duncan. Defended by Chalmers. And another shot.
Tim Duncan with the left hand. That hook.
Duncan's got the first points up on the board.
He can score.
For the Spurs.
But you got to make him work on the defensive end.
Over Ginobili.
LeBron James is going to deal just like that. Just like that.
Shot right there,
he's going to get his.
One of the better low post finishers we'll see.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Ginobili on the wing.
All right, everybody, this game is winding down.
Green.
Now remember to subscribe to Hollywood Sports now.
Rebound by the Heat.
And as always, until next time, everybody.
Here's LeBron. Misses. And so it's San Antonio with the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
So game 1 is in the books for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you for game 2 as we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's mine, it's mine, whose world is this? The world is yours, the world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, whose world?